Hello, Santa Margarita. Welcome to this EdTech tutorial on backing up your OneNote class notebooks. Now that we've come to the end of the year, we want to make sure, as we're collecting all of your devices for the summer to run some updates, that you have everything saved off your desktop, and especially that you have backups of all your OneNote class notebooks. We know you have many assignments and notes and projects that you've been working on in OneNote, and we want to make sure you have access to those throughout the summer and moving forward. So let's take a look at a few steps, quick steps at that you can take to back up each of your OneNote class notebooks. The first step to backing up all of your OneNote class notebooks would be to log in to Office 365 by going to portal.office.com or clicking on the Office 365 link from the SMHS students intranet homepage. Either way, once you log in using your SM email address and password, you'll come to this home screen, should look roughly the same for each of the students, and you're going to locate OneDrive. Again, OneDrive and OneDrive for Business, that's your cloud storage, where hopefully you've been keeping all your files for the past couple years. Click on OneDrive, and you'll notice that opens in a new tab here, and I have all the files and things that I've been working on, just as you'll have a similar listing of all the files and courses that you've been working with throughout your career so far at SM. You'll want to locate the notebook called Class Notebooks, or if you don't have any notebook about Class Notebooks or even OneNote notebooks, you may want to create a folder to house all of these files. But I'm going to go inside of Class Notebooks, inside of this folder, and I'm going to actually create a new notebook, and here's how you do that. Up to the top, you click New, and OneNote Notebook, and then give it a name. I'll call this Biology Honors. And you'll either want to give it a school year name like 2017, 2018, or maybe even you want to use your year in school and call this sophomore year. Either way, it's really up to you, just an idea. Once you're done with that, you click Create, and it will show up in your class notebook list. Now, I created one earlier. I called it Pre-Calc Honors Junior Year, so that notebook's already there. But whatever you call the notebook, and again, you're going to do these one by one, you'll have that notebook here. So once you've created your first notebook, you're going to click on the link from OneDrive, and it's going to open another tab where it's going to open that notebook in OneNote Online. Now, this will be a completely blank notebook to begin with. We haven't put anything into it yet. We've just created the notebook. To move everything into it, we're going to open it in OneNote. So across the top, click Open in OneNote. Now, you may get a couple different options here, but you should get some choice or some indication that you're going to open in OneNote 2016. We want to make sure we open it in the desktop version. Okay, so go ahead and click on Open in OneNote 2016. I'm going to click Cancel because I already have it open. And then you'll see it download. It shouldn't take too long because it's a blank notebook. But when I flip over to OneNote, you'll see that my Pre-Calc Honors Junior Year is right here in OneNote 2016. All right? So we've logged into Office 365, we've located or created our class notebooks or OneNote notebooks folder, we've gone to the new menu and created a new OneNote notebook and given it a title, and we've allowed it to open in OneNote Online, and now we've gotten it into OneNote 2016. Now comes the few steps where we can actually copy and move those sections from OneNote notebook to the next. Now that we have this new backup notebook open, let's go ahead and get to moving the sections over from our class notebook so that we have it backed up. The first thing you want to do is add two section groups, one for the content library and one for your own personal notebook. So I'm going to go ahead and right-click on the untitled section that's there, and I'm going to go to New Section Group, and I'm going to call this Content Library. And hit enter. Now in this way I can bring over all of the class notes and master worksheets and that kind of thing that my teacher has posted throughout the year. Then I'll click on right-click on Content Library and add another new section group, and I'll give it my name. You can use last name, you can use last name, first name, you can use pretty much whatever you want. And now I have two section groups here that I can go ahead and bring my content over from my class notebook. I'll demonstrate this by pulling things from the content library. Now what you'll want to do is take this backup notebook. It'll most likely be at the bottom of your list, and you're going to drag it all the way to the top so it's right next to the class notebook that you're going to transfer information from. This makes it easy to transfer, and you'll see in just a minute why that is. So I click on my OneNote class notebook now. This is the notebook that I got from Teams. And you'll see at the top I've got my collaboration space, my content library, so on and so forth. When I click into the content library, I'm just going to go one by one. So I'll click on the first section here. I'm going to right click, move or copy. And then in the pop-up window that shows up, I'm going to tell OneNote where to put it. So I'm going to take it into my backup notebook here. So I'll open the drop-down. I'm going to put it inside of the content library, and I'm going to click copy. Please make sure you hit copy. You want to leave the file in the existing OneNote class notebook. Click copy, and before you know it, you click over to that backup notebook, and there's that section. Now we're just going to repeat that process. Back to the OneNote class notebook, over to the second tab, move or copy. In the pop-up window that shows up, hit the drop-down menu, select Content Library, copy, and it's there. Now you don't need to check every time, but just to show you and show you how quickly it happens, I've got my 2 tabs here in the backup notebook. So you can see how quick it goes. You can move 5, 10, 15 sections in a matter of a minute or two. Now as you have more pages in some of these sections, it may take a few seconds, but it shouldn't take you longer than maybe 5 or 10 minutes to rebuild the entire notebook this way. So you go about this by creating the content library and then go back up, and then you could move all of your personal work, your homework and worksheets and class notes and whatnot into your own personal folder, and then you would have a backup notebook of everything for the rest of your high school career and even into college, because this is all saved in Office 365. Okay? So that should help you with moving your OneNote class notebook work to a backup notebook. That way later on in the summer, when those class notebooks get deleted from the Teams site, you'll have this backup all ready for yourself in Office 365. And don't forget, you can access Office 365 from any computer, anywhere in the world, as long as you have internet. We certainly hope that helps you. Please get started on that this weekend and next week. If you have any issues or questions, please stop by the Tech Service Center, or you can email us at edtech@smhs.org. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day, and good luck on final exams.